Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to today's video and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hi, I'm Kira and I am a lover of all things beauty and makeup. And I just love playing with makeup. It makes me happy. And my son is right there, Kai. He's like half asleep pretty much, so just ignore that. Today we are going to be doing a makeup and mystery, and I'm currently uploading a video from my tablet, which it's been uploading for like 30 minutes and I'm only at 6%, which makes me sad in life because the video quality on the tablet is so good, but I don't think I'm going to be able to continuously use that for filming. See, I can't play Sims 3 on Windows 11 because it doesn't support it, which sucks. So what I wanted to do was reset my computer and see if I could get like a Windows 7 or 8 or 9 or anything other than 11. So that's what I was trying to do, but I was trying to get rid of all my videos, but that's obviously not gonna happen anytime soon. Maybe I can have somebody else, like maybe I can pay somebody to take Windows 11 off of here and put Windows 10 on here. I don't know. Suggestions, please leave those down below. But I've been playing Sims 4 because I love playing Sims 3. I think Sims 3 is like 10 times better than Sims 4. But I've been playing Sims 4. I've been trying to get into it because they recently announced that they're working on a Sims 5, which, hallelujah, but it's supposed to be online, which, fuck them. If it's really going to be online, I'm not going to play it if it's online. Hopefully they'll be smart about it for people who don't like online games like me, and they'll make it to where the online part is a feature that you can turn on and off. But I don't have hope for video game developers because 9 times out of 10 they don't do what makes sense. Let's just be completely honest. But Steam was actually having a sale this past week on their expansion packs, and the expansion packs for Sims 4 was like 50% off, and I only had like 4 I was missing, so I was like, just gonna go ahead and buy all 4 of these because I already purchased all of my main makeup except for an Ulta order, which I'm gonna do next week, I think. I was okay with missing out on makeup to get those expansion packs because I am having so much fun in Sims 4 right now. I think I'm gonna do a legacy let's play because I've been watching a lot of Little Simsy lately, and she is hilarious. Let's just be completely honest, she is hilarious. So I've been watching a lot of her. So I was just thinking, like, how much fun it would be to do a legacy, because the way I play The Sims is quite unique, and I know we haven't gotten into the makeup and mystery yet. I just wanted to do a little bit of an update, because I have a very intricate look designed today. So anyways, I have a very intricate look designed today, so, and I'm using my Pat McGrath Mothership palette, which I'm so excited because it's the first time I'm using it. And I've been liking this eye primer without setting it so much. I actually think it performs better if it's not set. It's just it's quite thick, I think. But it's not as thick as other primers. So that is an update on this eyeshadow primer if you were curious. So just recently started using it. But anyways, so I don't have Sims 2. I've never had Sims 2, and I never probably will have Sims 2 because you can't really get it. So, unless EA does one of those, like, things where you get The Sims 2 with all of its expansion packs for free like they did for when Sims 4 came out, that'd be awesome. I hope that they do that, because that would be awesome. But anyways, so the way I play The Sims is I start off with a Generation 1 in Sunset Valley, which is in Sims 3. And then my Generation 2 moves to Willow Creek, which is in Sims 4. So obviously I need the Sims 5 starter neighborhood so I can do a Generation number 3. I already know what's going to happen in my 3rd generation, so I know how I want the to play my personal game. But what I was thinking of doing is, while we're waiting for Sims 5 to come out and all that stuff, what about doing a Let's Play in Sims 4? I was thinking, what about doing a Let's Play in Sims 4, and I have all of the neighborhoods, so what I was thinking is how much fun it would be to have this Generation 3 in every single neighborhood. Like, I have different saves for every single neighborhood, and I actually went in and evicted everybody that comes in these neighborhoods, and I placed characters that I want to play that kind of go with the third generation story. You know, like, okay, so sneak peek, I had my third generation girl was a daughter who was a doctor. I had her marry Don Lothario because I thought how much fun it would be for them to have a family and him still be a cheater in the Let's Play. So I thought that would be fun. So I kind of just went off of like Sims 2 a little bit. So most of the characters are kind of based off of the story from Sims 2, which would be like, so in the first one I actually had Dina Caliente marry Malcolm Landgrab because I kind of felt like that would work. So there is that. The story I have is basically she ran out of money from Mortimer because she actually did marry Mortimer and she does have a son, and I did make him also, and Mortimer's son. So the story that I'm going for is, and that was, I have no idea which one to use. I think I'm going to use Blitz Blue today. So the story that I'm going for with that was, that I was going to go for with that was, she ran out of Mortimer's money, started working in one of Malcolm's bars, and when she met him, he wasn't into her, but she slowly made herself into everything Malcolm wanted, because I feel like that's something that Dina would have done. So that's kind of how I have it. Let me know if you would be interested in watching that, because I would totally be interested in doing a Let's Play here on my channel with that, because I feel like it'd be a lot of fun to kind of combine gaming with makeup. And, yes, I know this is a true crime video, it's supposed to be, but I'm doing a lot. So, anyways, let me know if you'd be interested in watching that. And secondly, each neighborhood is set up different than the other. So, like, in Willow Creek, did you fall? So, the families in Willow Creek aren't going to be the same families that I would have in Oasis Springs. I set them up completely differently. So, like, in one of them, instead of Dina marrying Malcolm Landgrab, I actually had Nina marry Malcolm Landgrab, and because Mimi actually looks kind of like Nina, I was like, okay, it'd be really cool if these were actually her kids, so that's how I set it up. Okay, now on to the makeup and the mystery for today. Okay, so today's case is actually one that I've thought about covering but decided not to. You would not believe how, like, incredibly common this actually was back in the day. It's not really anymore because, like, they take extra measures to make sure that it doesn't happen, and that is, we are talking about the case of Carlina White. She was a baby who was stolen from the hospital, and we actually have, like, there's so many times where cases like this happen where we have so many cases like this where babies are either stolen from the hospital or, you know, we have pregnant women getting murdered for their babies. I mean, this was something I really researched when I was pregnant because I was terrified to leave my house when I was pregnant with Kai. I mean, I didn't go anywhere when I was pregnant, so that should state something. Alright, so basically, Carlina was, like, had a fever, which, when you have a newborn baby that has a fever, you contact their doctor, you take them to the hospital, and that's something that they stress a lot whenever you have a baby, is whenever they have a fever, they need to get medical attention right away. So Carlina's mother, Joy, actually did that. And they said, so Carlina's mother, Joy, and her father, Carl, did that. So what ended up happening was, so while they were at the hospital, oh my god, my face looks horrible up close. Like, it looks good on camera, but not up close. And that's what I am finding out happens a lot with this combination. I don't know if it's the concealer or if it's the, I don't know what it is, but I know that time for the Blendiful to save the day. But anyway, so Joy and Carl actually take their daughter Carlina to the hospital because Carlina is a newborn baby with a fever. And they said that Carlina had an infection and she had to stay overnight. And this was really, really hard on Joy, as I'm sure it's hard on mothers in general whenever their newborn baby has to stay in the hospital. I could only imagine how upset I would be if Kai had to stay in the hospital without me. Because, like, I was seeing Kai, like, every day. And I mean, same thing with Jackson, like, I just can only imagine the heartache that would cause. And Joy was actually apparently really upset about this. So Joy was really upset by this, as any normal, rational mother would be. And basically, what ended up happening was she broke down in the hospital, and she said she remembered a lady dressed in white who she thought worked there come up to her and hug her and tell her everything was going to be okay. And Joy actually said that this lady made her feel comfort when she did that, and she felt okay. And that's when they decided to go ahead and leave, and they left Carlina at the hospital. A few hours later, police knock on Joy's door, and they thought when they saw police that it was police coming to tell them that Carlina had died. But that's not the case. It was police coming to tell them that Carlina had actually been taken from the hospital. So it was police coming to tell them that Carlina had been taken from the hospital, and of course the search for Carlina began, because at this time, I guess they didn't really realize that they don't really think about people hanging out at the hospital, because I mean, like, who hangs out at the hospital? Obviously people who want to kidnap someone's baby hangs out at the hospital, because that would make sense. So they start the investigation, and nothing really pans out. And Carl and Joy's relationship actually ended. And they ended up suing the hospital for like $720,000, I think is what it was. But I could be wrong. It was just, I remember reading that it wasn't anywhere near enough for the fact that the hospital lost their child. Now, flash forward a few years later to a girl named Nedra, Nedra had gotten pregnant, and she wanted to get on insurance because, I mean, having a child is seriously stupid expensive. So having a child is seriously expensive. So Nedra goes to get on insurance, and to get on insurance, she needed her social and her birth certificate. And her mother, Anne, said that she would get it for her, and she was just taking a long time. So Nedra decided to go ahead and do it herself. And when she did, she found a fake birth certificate. And when she took it to the insurance company, because she obviously thought it was real, insurance company goes, "This is fake." So it obviously surprised Nedra to be told, like, her birth certificate was fake. So basically Nedra does her own investigation because she's pretty boss about this shit. And Nedra comes to find out that this woman, Anne, who has raised her whole life, is not actually her biological mother. But Nedra said that the state actually didn't do anything to help her find her biological mother. And she was kind of like heartbroken, I guess you could say. So she gives birth to her child, and she said that it felt good because she had somebody that she was actually related to now. She knew 100% she was related to this person, which I can only imagine how she felt. She probably felt very alone. So years later comes, and basically it's discovered that Nedra is Carlina White, and it was like 23 years later But they did find her, and yes, Nedra was Carlina White. And you're probably wondering, Anne was the nurse. She was posing as the nurse to kidnap the baby because she wanted to keep a man in her life. Which, police say that's usually how things like this happen. So, Nedra is Carlina White, and Carlina White is now reunited with her real parents, Carl and Joy. And what's surprising is Carlina actually said she had a good life. Joy was surprised, and Carlina actually continued to have a relationship with Anne, which I think to an extent actually hurt her biological family. But they said that she had a good life. And 9 times out of 10, again, this is people who do this are people who want children and can't have children. Or were looking to keep a man and needed a baby to pass off as their own. I mean, I used to think like, okay, so going and having a kid is that hard that you have to go steal someone else's? It can be for some people. I mean, like, my sister tried for 7 years to get pregnant before she had her daughter. So, I mean, it is possible. It's hard for some people to actually have kids. And, I mean, I could only imagine, like, what would happen to my life without Kyra Jackson in it. I mean, even Kaden, like, I could not fathom losing those kids. Like, I would be so heartbroken. Like, so heartbroken. I mean, like, I wouldn't know what to do with myself. And, I mean, to lose them for 23 years, I mean, like, yeah, you're glad that they came back, that they're back, but it's still 23 years of a life that you're never going to get to be a part of. And think about it. Carlina had a baby at this point. So, I mean, they're grandparents now. Not all of a sudden they have their daughter back, but they're grandparents, too. I wanted to play with as much from this palette that I can, so I definitely think I have accomplished playing with a lot of colors. I've played with all 3 of these, this one, this one, this one, and this one now. So these 3 are the only ones I haven't used yet, and I really like this. I did get Sublime also, which was the other mothership that really I liked. I'm going to get Subversive, I think, next month. I'm filming this in May, by the way, in case you guys are curious, so I do monthly hauls every month, so you can keep up with that if you're curious. Let's see what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to pull this out because I wanted to try this. I told you guys, this is a very intricate, long case, so I picked out a really intricate look to do, and now I actually don't think that this case is long enough for the look I had planned. So stay with me. I am checking to see what rate this one is at. It's at 10%. It's going to take all day to upload these 4 videos. I already know it. This is going to suck ass. So, cases like this are very unique, I guess you could say. So these are very intricate cases because police say that usually when cases like this happen, it's because a woman wants a baby, and when they get said baby, it usually has something to do along the lines of them wanting the baby for one reason or another, and they end up raising said baby to be a really good person. I mean, Carlina was raised to be a great person, and she did say that her mother, Anne, did a good job taking care of her, and she wasn't abused or anything like that, you know? So, it's tough because, like, that's all she knew for so long. Like, yes, we know she was kidnapped, and that is the crime. But also, Carlina has to watch the person that she knew as her mother for so long go to jail. And that can be quite taxing on the brain and on your mentality. I mean, like, I could only imagine what I would do if I had to watch my mom go to jail. I mean, like, I would probably take her, like, I really feel like I would take her place. Like, I love my mom. But then again, I don't want to leave my babies. Because I love my babies. God, I am so happy with this look. Oh my god. This look is so gorgeous. I mean, I don't know. Like, I guess, like, when people want babies, it's not always super duper simple as to, like, go and get pregnant as it would be for some other people. Because I'm sure when I first learned about cases like this, I was kind of like, okay, so why don't you just go have your own baby? You know, I've actually read cases of a woman taking someone's baby out of the womb because she wanted a baby and she had already had biological children. I've actually read about this in these cases a couple of times, and she had actually had her tubes tied, so she couldn't have any more children. So it's not always something so simple as, like, go have a baby. I think I'm gonna do peach fuzz tonight. So, I don't really know. I mean, what do you guys think is appropriate in cases like this? Because I also want to look at the victims. Like, yes, the victim's family, like, you lost 23 years with your daughter. We understand that, but I also want to take Carlina's life into consideration. You know, and didn't abuse her, and she could have been abused in a situation like this. So Carlina did have a good life. So, and I do wonder about, like, how Carlina would have taken, like, her mother going to jail. Like, I do think that the child themselves who was kidnapped, their mentality needs to be taken into consideration for cases like this, because it's just, like, a super duper sensitive topic, I guess. I don't know. I really want to know what you guys think down below, because, I mean, I don't know. I really don't know. Like, yes, we know she kidnapped her and that was horrible and stuff like that. Like, we know this. But I want to know what you guys think about, like, punishments for cases like this. Do you think that Carlina's life should be taken into consideration? Do you think Carlina's mentality should be taken into consideration? Like, what do you guys think? Who would you side with? Would you side with Carlina's biological parents, or would you side with Carlina herself? And because obviously her biological parents wanted Anne to spend the rest of her life in jail for kidnapping their daughter, but Carlina was still wanted to actually be in contact with this woman, which tells me that Carlina had a good life and she still wants her in her life. So I'm curious as to who you would side with. I feel like the police are in a shit position with cases like this. So I'm curious as to what you guys think. Getting low on this. This is literally everything I want in makeup. I'm in love with this look. Like, just like the top hat, like lid, like, oh, that is so stunningly gorgeous. Oh, Pat McGrath does it for herself. Yes, that's right, Kai Bubs. Alright, so anyways, please let me know what you guys think down below. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. So, of course, like, comment, subscribe, and ring the bell. All that social media great stuff. It really helps this channel out. I'm gonna end this video here. I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Bye, guys. Say bye, Kai.